Good morning, everybody. Monday morning, and oh, what a treat we've got today. Another red market. Hey, at least you're not throwing stuff at us that we don't expect, right? I mean, come on. The market is down big today. Stocks are down even bigger today. But let's see who we got first in the chat. We got Crypto Rocketeer. Boom, baby. First in the chat today. What's going on, Crypto Rocketeer? Ever Flores. Nick F. Good morning to you. Frank Momo Life. How you doing, Crypto Rocketeer? Pudgy Mo G. Disturb PT. Mark Julia. Mark. Mr. Simonino. First in the chat. Yes. Where Cladinho? I am here. Simonino. Paul Roulette, Gary, Paul, Disturb, Simon, Julia, Gulia. Haven't seen you in a while. Julia, how you been? Gary, Dad, Paul, Mr. Simon, Miguel, Mark, Roulette, Disturbed, Axelrod, Roulette, and Kalani. Guys, let's go over to the market and see what we got going on today, because it is, you've already guessed it, red and deep in the red. It is. AMC sitting at $12.97, bouncing off $12.62 earlier. Really having a difficult day there. Back below $13 mark, my goodness. Shiba Inu coin testing 1,600 points per coin, dipping down to 1587, currently sitting at 1613. GameStop bouncing off that $100 line, going down and testing 99.24, currently sitting down 12% at $100.87. Farmy hitting all-time lows today, sitting at 8.89 cents. Hit 8.73 cents, losing 9.5% on the day. The NASDAQ is down a whopping 3% right now. Hey, 3% moves to the downside, not to the upside, are normal for the NASDAQ now. Wow, 3%. Who would have guessed? That's nothing. Biora, what is it? What did they change their name to now? I don't even know. Biora Therapeutics, Prog is no longer Prog. The ticker symbol B-I-O-R. Biora or Biora Therapeutics is down 13.77% today, sitting at 76.27 cents. My goodness, guys, you gotta look at the upside, and that means that we have plenty of upside that we can make on here. Ethereum, Shiba, and Bitcoin, dangerous levels, guys. We will be, I don't know if it's going to touch it today, right? But we will be watching this red line right here. This red line on Bitcoin is major support at $30,000 per coin. We will be keeping an eye on that. So if you guys see Bitcoin dropping off or Shiba dropping off, we're going to have to watch Bitcoin there. $30,000. Very important level to maintain. Sundial down 7. Mullen Auto down 9. We've got CEI down 9. The SPY is down 2.25. BBIG down 7.5. Highcroft Mining down 9. And even Netflix continuing to hit lows at $174.21 and currently sitting at $177.13 right now. So, my goodness, man, what a difficult day for the market today. We need a little bit of positivity, guys. So, let's have some fun with the chat, and we'll make it through this one. Footbix make me feel better on red days. Dab tools. Pictures of your own feet or somebody else's feet. Abe Stronger Together. Gabe, absolutely right, man. I'm selling everything and going to buy an ATV. Roulette wheel, you might get more pleasure out of that ATV than you will the stock market for quite some time. So, hey, man, I'm not going to be disappointed in you if you go have some fun. Hello, Clay. Julia, hello. How you doing today? Can you put your foot on the desk and remove your socks slowly? Dab tool. No, man, I'm not going to do that. We need a lot of bit. Yes, we need a lot of bit. We don't need a little bit. We need a lot of bit of gains coming across the screen today. Paul says, let's get started. Oh, yeah, Paul, we do need to get started. AMC actually posting some green lines, man. AMC kind of trying to follow the NASDAQ here. Moving higher. We like the green lines we got on AMC up there. We would love to see some green lines and on everything. If we go out to the daily chart, it does look like we may have broken through. Sorry, guys, my allergies are... Look, I was outside this morning. It's nice out. 60 degrees already, sunny, but with great days comes great responsibilities. And by responsibilities, I mean allergies, and they kill me. But if you look at the NASDAQ, it does look like it may have fallen through that level of support that we had at 11,900. Dipped down to 11,600, currently sitting at 11,769. Got to go to a weekly graph to see these lines we're talking about here. And in this area right in here is what we're talking on the 11.7, 11.12, 12,000 level right in there. But man, I do not want to see a dip down to the 2020, like previous highs in 2020, and then the major decline that we saw here in 2020. Gosh, could you imagine losing another 50% in the NASDAQ? I mean, this is how close we are, though. This is how close we are. Another 50%, not 50%. 50% would take us to here. But if we lose another 50%, it's going to be tough, man. My gosh. Oh, gosh, I got to sneeze. Oh, man, I got to sneeze. I got to sneeze. I got to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it. Got $500 on waiting to drop. I'm struggling to make a decision on either a dollar cost average my Shiba or get into Ethereum, split it up, get a dollar cost average, get into and dollar cost average, some other positions, or buy a share of Tesla. Decisions. Kalani, absolutely, man. And you know what? I don't think that any of those are going to end up being like bad decisions. You know what I mean? So even if you get into Ethereum a little bit, dollar cost average on your Shiba Inu coin, and get into Tesla, or if you do a combination of any of those, I really don't think it's going to be a bad idea, man. I think that the discounts we're seeing right now are going to turn to major gains in the future. We just got to be... I mean, hey, it might go down further. If you want to sell, go into cash for a while, sell and go into cash. But I think that what we're seeing right now is going to turn into major, major gains. Grandpa Barney, thank you for the super chat. Grandpa Barney says, good morning, fam. Burn, baby, burn. So, how do they drop Kryptide on you? Thanks, ma boy. Have a fun day. Buy the dip and the dip and the dip. Yeah, so Grandpa Barney, if you are in BBIG, it's going to be just like a dividend, man. So I know there's a lot of confusion going on out there. If you are a shareholder on the record date, which means you hold it through the ex-dividend date. Ex-dividend date is March 17th. My gosh, I don't even know what month we're in. May 17th for BBIG. If you hold BBIG through the close on May 17th, you will be the shareholder on record on the record date, which is May 18th. And then, hey man, you can go ahead and trade it if you want after that. But you should be eligible to receive that share of BBIG, and it's going to show up in your account just like a dividend would on or around May 27th. And I don't know if it's going to be, that's the wording they used, was on or around May 27th. So clearly, I mean, you can, if you want to continue holding it. But you got to make sure that you're a shareholder on record, and the shareholder on record will be anyone holding it through the close of May 17th and into at least the open of May 18th. He just needs a leg wrap. One pill works against allergies for $12. Roulette wheel. So the commercials say, man. So the commercials say. Really, the only thing that works well is Benadryl, and Benadryl puts me to sleep, dude. The rest of it, look, I can take it. It might be okay, but it just maybe lessens it slightly. It doesn't really do anything. Benadryl, on the other hand, Benadryl does put me to sleep, so at least we're good there. For now, in the time being, we'll just blame it on the allergy. So if you see my eyes start to water and it looks like I'm crying because the day is red, no. Just blame it on the allergies. It'll be okay. Good morning, all you glorious apes. So smash the like button, and you should too. You should absolutely listen to Frodo and smash that like button, guys. Anyone who is willing to hang out on a day like today, oh God, you just at least smash the like button, man. Come on. Is it a coin or a share? That's the part I do not know. Grandpa Barney. So Kryptide is going to be a share. It's going to be a completely separate company. BBIG, what they're doing, Vinco Ventures, is splitting off into two completely separate companies. You're going to have Vinco Ventures, ticker symbol BBIG, and you're also going to have Kryptide. I don't know what the ticker symbol for Kryptide is going to be, but it's going to be two completely different companies, and you will own shares in that company. So if you own 10 shares of BBIG, you will receive 1 share of Kryptide for every 10 that you own. If you own 15 shares of BBIG and Kryptide comes out, you will own 1 share of Kryptide, and then you will get some cash, okay? Instead of, if you own 5 shares, The cash equivalent would be whatever half a share of BBIG would cost. Half a share of whatever Kryptide would cost. So I don't know what Kryptide, I don't know the size of this dividend. I don't know what it's going to be priced at, but let's just say, it's a $4 share and you need to own 10 BBIGs to get it, and you own 15 shares of BBIG. You'd be getting 1 share of Kryptide, and you'd be getting $2 at that point if you own 15 shares. So you guys can do the math accordingly, but Kryptide is going to be a company. It's currently not anything. It's spinning off from BBIG. Wife is opposite. I want the house cleaned. I slipper a Benadryl. Zip, zip, zip. There's no way, dude. There's no way. There's no way your wife takes Benadryl and just starts to zip, zip, zing, dude. No. There's that. I would feel like that would be humanly impossible to zip, zip, zing on a Benadryl. Looks like we may be getting a bit of a bounce. AMC does look like it's getting a bit of a bounce, man. Look, AMC's only down 5% right now. Only down 5%. Oh, yeah, let it stop. Yeah, man, the NASDAQ looks like it was bouncing a little bit, starting to curl over. Same deal with AMC now. These stocks, AMC and GME, are really following the NASDAQ here. I mean, you can see, if we just zoom in a similar situation, you might not be able to see with my face down there. But if we zoom in on AMC here, very, very similar price action. I mean, with a little bit of a run, a little bit of a dip, a little bit of a run, a little bit of a dip, another run, dip, another run, dip. So really following the price of the NASDAQ. And let's hope it continues, right? Let's hope it continues, because what we're seeing here is major levels of long-term support being looked at. I do want to look at a longer term. No, this one. Look at this long-term graph, this long-term weekly graph of the NASDAQ. Guys, we have already, these are worse losses. These are worse losses than we saw in 2020. And 2020 was devastating, right? 2020, we literally the entire country was on lockdown in 2020. People were losing their minds in 2020. And we're already seeing worse declines, okay? So what you guys are seeing right now, please, just make sure people respect it, okay? This is insane, the type of declines that we're seeing here. Can it go back down to the 2020 highs and lows? Yeah, man, sure. Why couldn't it? Look at the difference here. If you go back, look at a monthly graph, right? On this monthly graph, this little decline, this tiny little decline, which looks like it wouldn't have been a problem to anybody at all. This is 2008. This is the global financial crisis. This is like the world coming to an end, Wall Street going bonkers. This is the global financial crisis right here. And this should serve as a reminder. This, which is a much more drastic move, and even a quicker move for that matter, is will be one day put into perspective. It will be one day put into perspective. Even if it comes back down here, and what we see is the worst loss in history of the United States stock market, it will one day, because this was right here, this was bad. This was like Depression era stuff. This will one day be put into perspective, and we could be way up here. So remind yourselves that this was the global financial crisis, and this is what came after. This could end up being the second global financial crisis, and what will come after. Okay? We got to remind ourselves, but I mean, you can see the major difference. Global financial crisis to what we're facing right now. It is a crisis. And the NASDAQ trying to go back down right now. NASDAQ down 3.5%. AMC down 5%. Shiba Inu coin 15.95. And GameStop 103.14. Grandpa Barney, how come you don't know more? Oh, my bad, man. My bad. Grandpa Barney, I wish I often, not often wonder that, but I have wondered that several times in the past. And I want to know what you guys think about that right now. Would you want to know everything? Like, everybody always picks a superpower. Like, oh man, I wish I could fly. You know, if I could pick a superpower, I would fly. I would, be Spider-Man. I'd have Spider-Man's powers. The Spider Sense is pretty sick. All of these different things, right? You've got all these. Nobody ever chooses, like, endless knowledge. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even think that that's on the radar of things you can choose. And I've often thought of that, man. And I think that would almost be, it would be extremely enlightening. And I do think that you could probably do more with that than you could if you could just fly. Or if you were super strong, right? I think you could honestly do more with knowing everything than you could with being able to fly or run really fast. What do you guys think about that? Because it would almost be like a burden at that point if you knew everything. I had knives all over my body over the weekend, and I couldn't sleep at all. The itches all over my body after taking a pill. I was finally able to get a decent sleep because of Allegra. Roulette wheel. So, no, Allegra, oh man, Nasdaq's looking good there. Allegra does work, and so does Claritin and Zyrtec too. I've taken some Zyrtec before, but honestly I like Benadryl the best. Hey, the crap is going on here. Vengeance, what's going on, man? Look at this market graph. Every time I do it makes me crap. Oh, man. I don't like the market graph, dude. Some really great buys. Crypto and stocks. Kid in a candy store. That it is, dude. Not only a kid in a candy store, but a kid in a candy store like with 1962 prices. You go to the candy store in 1962 and everything's like a penny, right? That's the type of candy store you're sitting in right now. NASDAQ. All right, posting some gains there, NASDAQ. Get some legs. Come on there. NASDAQ only down 2.91% right now. Not bad at all. Maybe. Oh my gosh, did we hit let's what are these girls called these days? Manifesting. Let's manifest the bottom, guys. This is the bottom. We hit the bottom. We're only going up now. Learn something new every day. Mark, good deal. Clay, isn't the government making an announcement on the 11th? Giovanni, I don't know if the government's making an announcement on the 11th, but the consumer price index comes out on the 11th. The inflation rate comes out on the 11th. Is there anything else coming out on the 11th that I don't know about? Let me see. I'm trying to see if we got any announcements for the 11th. So CPI looks like it might be the biggest announcement of the 11th. We get some random Fed members talking throughout Tuesday. Nothing really coming out at all today. Like I said, CPI on Wednesday. Producer price index, which is also an indicator of inflation, but more for businesses. That's coming out on Thursday, but we're more concerned about CPI. Yeah, dude. So I don't know if we have too many announcements coming out this week other than CPI on Wednesday morning. So, I mean, maybe if it's not like an economic release, we might have the government saying something on the 11th, but that part I'm not sure of. You're the smartest combat singer I know, and Grandpa loves you. Well, Grandpa Barney, thank you. It's not going to deter me from continuing to sing because I think singing might lead to the calmness a little bit. It might help me stay a little bit calm. So Grandpa Barney, thank you very much for the super chat. Absolutely appreciate that. And yes, I will continue to sing even though, hey man, because look, how are you going to get better? How are you going to get better if you don't practice? Sometimes you just got to practice, and that's what makes perfect. Cheeks are beet red and my butt is bleeding. Can I get a heck yeah vengeance? I don't know if that's a good thing. Sounds like an interesting weekend there, vengeance. And now Shiba averages around 23. Disturbed. That's basically right where mine's at. I think it's 23 something as well. Americans, stop shorting Marco. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, they might continue shorting and shorting and shorting. Now it's looking like a pretty good market to short in. Grandpa Barney, thank you very much for the super jet. People always say buy the dip, but they never say what flavor and what kind of chips do they want. Grandpa Barney, at this point, man, they gotta be sitting there hungry, so they might be taking out any type of flavor that they can get their hands on and any type of dip that they can get their hands on as well. Because this is the dips, dip, man. We are watching the dips, dip take place. I mean, look at across the board right now. If it was a normal red day in the market, the max loss you'd be seeing is this Netflix loss, 1.30%. Normal red day in the stock market, something major might be down 1.40%. Now, everything is literally red right now. But look at these norms here. 1.40 for Netflix, 6.8, 7.8, 2 on an index, 9%, 7%, 6%, 4, 11, almost 12, 5, 8, almost 9, 12, almost 13, 9%, and another 2.5, 3% on an index. It is a wild dip day today. And the crazy thing is, like the thing that people don't even seem to want to respect, is that this isn't a dip off of a top. This isn't a 3% pullback off of a top. This is a 3% pullback in a major index after it's been beaten down 30%. So it is, I mean, it's wild to see what we're seeing right now, man. Hoodro, well, my cash secure puts out and down again, netting $55 more premium profit. New strike, $15.50. Boom! Frank, man, I love it, dude. Anytime you guys are making money like that, even if it's to the downside, good deal, man. Famous the market, extra creamy. Dude, it's extra creamy. Not even fat-free, man. Full-on extra fat and creamy ranch dip right now. That's exactly what we got going on. Grandpa Barney, it's extra fat and creamy ranch dip that you only need one spoonful, man, and you're good. I would have some money if I would have gambled on a rich strike. I just knew he was going to be to win, being his odds were so low. Dude, yeah, you guys saw that, What's his name in here? Not Outdoor Smile. What's his name? Gosh, I can't even think of his screen name in here. Well, Outdoor Smile. You guys saw that dude's doing pretty well in the Kentucky Derby, right? Can we just hurry up and get nuked already? So the bottom just hits. Bloodbath no longer. John Jay, the bloodbath is no longer fun, man. We call it a bottom, though, man. We're calling it a bottom. We're like these girls say these days, man, we're manifesting something. We're manifesting the bottom. That's what we got going on right now. This blue line was the bottom on the NASDAQ, and we're going to see nothing but green. AMC is going to get back above that 1330 level. We're going to be going and rolling there. Shiba Inu coin, the low was 1585. GameStop, the low was 101.70. No, 99 down here, I think. 99.24. We're rolling higher on that one, man. We got nothing but green lines ahead of us, and it is going to be looking good. Hey, bro, when you stake Shib and Shiba Swap, does it continue showing in your wallet, or how you keep track of your assets? So, Axelrod, I have not staked anything on Shiba Swap, so I do not know what it shows up as in your wallet. If anybody does have Shiba Inu coins staked on Shiba Swap right now, please let us know. But Axelrod, it may be something similar to like a T-bone, right? You get your T-bone that is, when you're staking that, you might have like a T-Shib or something along those lines. So you may not have Shiba Inu coin in your wallet, but you may have like the placeholder in your wallet. And then when you go to transfer it back, you have to go through that process to transfer it back there. I would imagine, like when you stake your bone and you get T-bone, it's a similar situation. But if anybody else is currently staking on Shiba Swap, please let me know. Or better yet, let Axelrod know. Loves your thumbnail on the YouTube video. PWL, what a handsome young man. Oh, man, I thought he was talking about me being handsome. He's talking about Paul. Don't look at it as a bad time. Look at it as Certes Croix. Absolutely. And here's the thing. Long term, you are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Longer term, some people, though, and I can get caught up in it too, right? I can get caught up in the feels, just watching everything red. And it is difficult when you see nothing but red day after day after day after day after day after day. But you are right. If you've got that long-term approach and that long-term mentality, what you guys are able to buy right now, and that's not saying it's not going to go lower, right? But what you're able to buy now could be like getting in back in 2008, 15 years ago, right? You would absolutely be setting yourself up for major gains and potential retirement money if you look at it that way. So if you're good with that long-term approach, if you can stomach the downturns along with the gains and not cut your guys off short, Mr. Nice Guy's his name, not cut your winners off short, then Certes Croix is absolutely right. You've got major buying opportunities right now. Mr. Nice Guy, thank you very much for the super chat. He says 818, 1% for the big guy. Ooh. Gosh, man, I walk away with 1% on that. What were my odds? 100 to 1? That's why I got 1%. I love it. Thank you very much, Mr. Nice Guy. I don't know, man. You playing in the risky business there with the Kentucky Derby and all that nonsense, but I love it, man. Mr. Nice Guy, congratulations. That had to be awesome. Grandpa is numb to the dips. That's what makes us dangerous. If you corner an ape, he'll rip your arm. Grandpa, I actually don't know if you corner an ape, if he'll rip your arms off, but you are absolutely right, dude. Being numb to the number. If you can differentiate that number on a screen from your actual wealth or money, then you do become numb to it. If it's just a number on a screen to you going up and going down, and it's not like, oh my God, I lost $1,000 today. Oh my gosh, I lost 10 grand today. Hopefully one day, and this is going to sound bad, right? Hopefully one day you get to the point where you're like, oh my gosh, man, I lost $100,000 today. Or, man, I can't believe that I lost $1 million today. You know what? I lost $10 million today. Because tomorrow or the next day you will rebound. So if you stress over $10 losses now, how are you going to handle a $10,000 loss when your account is growing? If you struggle over a $100 loss, how would you manage a $100,000 loss during bear markets like this? The thing about the guys on the internet, right, is they always, especially the ones that are trying to sell you courses or mentorships is what they call them now. They never lose. They never lose. They never have a loss, and they have a perfect track record. And it may be so if they don't close out their losses and they're sitting on nothing but 99% red numbers, but it's part of the territory. And in living through it, and being able to invest the next day is what will keep you here for the long term, and it is what will make you... if you determine success by success in the market, it's what will make you successful, right? If that's a goal of yours, to succeed in the stock or crypto market, you almost have to have that longer-term mentality. And I do appreciate the fact that you guys are here and you're seeing this and living this, because a lot of people, they want to day trade, they want to make 50% a day and stack those 50% gains and have $1 million by the end of the month. You can get lucky 5 times in a row, maybe it'll happen, but that 6th time when you go to try and turn it to 2 million, you'll be back down to 50 grand. Wife's thinking I buy more crypto. Brandon, you know what? And that's okay too, man. You never want to, and I don't know how much you guys got into that, but you never want to stress relationships or stress yourself out by buying more. I personally think that we might see more dips, especially if Bitcoin drops below 30,000. So it might be okay to hold off and see what happens. But yeah, dude, I mean, if we do see Bitcoin fall through 30,000, maybe you need to sit down and say, well, look, honey, Bitcoin is trading at $3,000 right now, and clearly it's got a future. So let's put another $100 in, just to see how it goes. So let's dedicate some money to this fund here. Devil's Advocate. I am the king of handling loss. And you know what, Devil's Advocate? Look, man, me too. I can't sit in front of you guys and say that I've never lost any money. But the thing is, you show back up, and you show back up, and you show back up. I can guarantee. You know what? I can guarantee you, except for the liars that are in here. Let's do a little poll. Let's do a little poll right here. All right, let's do a little poll right there. Answer that poll. Answer it honestly, because I know you're going to be lying if you answered no. But, be honest, right? Have you ever lost any money in stocks or crypto? I know for a fact you guys are going to have to say yes, because everything keeps hitting new lows. But it just goes to show, man, you're not the only one that's down, but you could be. And you won't be the only one that gives up. But you might be the only one who stays in. And if you've got that longer term mentality, and if you are willing to stay in, dude, it is proof, right? And it is a guarantee. The guys right here that would have gotten in all excited about tech and, oh my gosh, what is this website thing? Back here in 1999, man. Look at this, dude. If they would have lost, if they would have started losing in 2000, 2001 when the dot-com bubble burst, right? Clearly, they're going to get sick. And imagine if they did, dollar cost average. If they just kept believing in the future of the market. And look how devastating this would be to sit here at 5,000 points. And if you never dollar cost averaged, you would have had to have waited 15 years to beat that 5,000 point level. But I mean, imagine if you did dollar cost, you'd probably be somewhere in this area, and you'd be making money pretty soon after. You go through the dot-com bubble, and then you get rocked by the global financial crisis. Look where you're at now. You know what I mean? Look where you're at now. Just blown away. At least 15 extra money on an index, not even on individual stocks, on an index. So the future is absolutely bright. You have to be here for it if you want to, partake in it. Long-term capital losses are looking amazing right now. JB, man. Long-term capital losses are looking great right now. That is true. They should give you a added incentive to take some long-term capital losses. Like if you take a long-term capital loss right now, you don't pay any taxes for the next 2 years. You were willing to hold it, and then you finally cut your loss there, so you don't have to pay any taxes for the next 2 years. I think people would be a lot more willing to hold instead of sell at that point. Aside from a small amount of $80,000 in my entire portfolio, the answer is no, because I'm you're a bad trader, man. Aside from that one time, and I am sure, I don't even know what the vote's looking at right now on the percentage-wise, but I'm sure there has been more than, 95% yes. We got a couple liars in here. 95% saying yes. I like it. Dude, I'm sure there's so many people that blew accounts up too. I can almost guarantee that as well. Grandpa Barney, thank you for the super chat. Grandpa Barney says, what stress? All my hair fell out. No stress here. Dude, I had to, I don't know if you guys can tell, man. I cut my hair yesterday. I started getting a couple grays right in this area. I started getting a couple grays in this area. I was like, dude, no, this ain't happening. Bzz, get rid of those bad boys. Nope. I missed you, Julia G. Yes, I missed Julia G as well. I've made my losses known on live stream and what I've learned from Frank. And that's one of the major things that I've learned from any loss is that you can cut individual stocks short, right? If you no longer believe in the company, if you no longer Like if your reasoning for holding that stock or owning that stock in the first place is wavering and you no longer want to hold it, I have no problem cutting a loss in a stock, right? But cutting yourself out of the market that's where you lose. And unfortunately, it's almost like an addict's game, right? Where you can't give up in the stock market. It's not that you have to become addicted to it, but it's literally you can't give it up. Because if you do, you give up your chance at earning in the stock market and growing longer term. You can't do it in a bank. You can do it. I mean, if real estate's your game, you could do it in real estate and things like that. Real estate it's not easy. It's not as easy as the stock market in a sense that, real estate requires a lot of maintenance. And unless you're hiring maintenance companies to maintain your properties, it's much more of an active type of deal. But real estate, the alternative to that is you always have a physical asset that you can live in if you need to live in, and so on. So there are pros and cons to all types of different markets. Gold, I mean, I guess if you wanted to be like Mr. T and wear a nice necklace one day, you could absolutely melt down your gold and at least you'd be shiny. So there are benefits to having physical assets as opposed to stocks. But if you give up, if you lose that futuristic mentality of you are investing in your future, unfortunately, that's when you lose, man. Personally, I think it's important to share losses, especially because of how hard I was on prog, and its potential people have a right to know that I made mistakes on a play after. And here's the thing, though, too, man. I don't necessarily think that any stock that we're seeing right now is a mistake, okay? If we believe in the underlying either fundamentals, mission, or future of that company, I honestly believe if AMC Entertainment came out tonight and said that they paid off all their debt, they literally had some sort of an angel investor come in, and Elon Musk paid off $5 billion worth of AMC's debt. If Adam Aaron announced that in tonight's earnings call, AMC might have a little bit of hype after hours, but in the market that we're in right now, I don't think it would be able to sustain any sort of upswing in price. It is what we're seeing right now is detrimental to the underlying growth in a company. But at the same time, while these companies continue to innovate and do well, we are being offered discount after discount after discount. So it's tough to swallow the price action, but it should really motivate us to find those companies that we do believe in their mission or their sales or what they're doing, because this price action, dude, it's nonsense. I mean, it really is. It doesn't make any sense. Mr. Nice Guy, 6x his followers. Nice, man. Mr. Nice Guy's got 6 followers. Guys, go follow Mr. Nice Guy on Twitter. I lose money, but won't lose a stock, and to buy on a discount even better for the long term. Chevy Silver Raider, man. And you know what? That's absolutely right. I know brokerages are different than IRAs and Roth IRAs and 401ks and so on, in the sense that money's yours. If you want to put it in your bank, you can put it in your bank. But sometimes you do need to treat it. And I know people that look at their 401ks, their IRAs on a daily basis, even though they've got another 30 years before they can even touch that money without getting basically hit with a 10% penalty and a 30% tax and so on, and lose 50% of it by touching it now. They still want to look at it every day. And that's a tough mentality to have if you are investing in your future. Today, it could suck. But over the next 15 years, you're setting yourself up for success. Savvy! Thank you for the super chat. Savvy says, everybody loves Kung Fu fighting. Thank you very much, Savvy, for the super sticker. That is a fun one, man. Thank you very much for the super sticker, Savvy. Appreciate you on that one, man. I do like that one because it is fun. I missed part one, I think. I missed part one. Let's go see what part one was. Mistake as far as timeline and when a good entry was. Gotcha. Not that the company is bad. I'm being honest. I still 100% believe in Prague, whatever it's called. Yeah, Biora. Which, by the way, in my opinion, the name change was done at the request of the big pharma partners so that they can admit to being in bed with a company that is no longer an R&D company, but instead a company ready for the market. Yeah, and it very well could be. Like, I never really read that far into Prague in the first place and, who they're trying to partner with and what they're trying to do in that regard. But, yeah, dude, Biora Therapeutics or Biora Therapeutics, however you pronounce whatever they are now. And here's the thing, too, with Prague, man. Because I was looking at Prague this morning with everything being red, 10 to 15%. And Prague sitting in that 70 cent range, or Biora sitting in the 70 cent range. I mean, you are near these all-time lows. It's 65 cents, right? Imagine, okay? Now, I'm not going to say that Prague can't come down here to negative 40 cents and they pay you to take the shares. But imagine if you get it at this low right in here. Maybe it is 75 cents this time. Maybe it doesn't reach the 65, and maybe it does hit 30. Like, I don't know where it's going to be. But could you just imagine riding it from this 65 cents to $6? Could you just imagine 10xing on your money in like a 2-month period? You can't. Like, Prague could do that. Prague could absolutely do that. And all of these stocks could see triple percent gains. I mean, you're talking, 2x gains in literally across the board right now with everything that we're being set up with. So if you can, and you can afford to dollar cost average down, and you want to dollar cost average down, great. Longer term, though, I mean, you're talking about Netflix sitting at like 1/5 of its all-time high. Imagine 5xing on Netflix. And I know Netflix has to work some kinks out with their business model and what they're talking about with worrying about people sharing passwords and things like that. I mean, my gosh, dude, everybody's going to share a password. The name of the game isn't to deter them from sharing passwords. The name of the game is to either make people want to get their own subscription. Okay? How do you make that happen? I can't think of the answer on the fly. But make people want to get their own subscription, or do something in a way that is conducive to people wanting to watch Netflix. You're going to make more money if you just embrace the positive side of things, and just know, man, that people are going to share passwords. People are going to share TVs too. What are they going to do about people who have roommates? Is Netflix one day going to be like, well, you can't let your roommate watch TV because no, he needs a subscription too. He needs a subscription. Dude, they could get even weirder if they wanted to. So embrace the positivity, Netflix. If anybody that works at Netflix is watching right now, embrace the positivity. Make people want their own account. Don't make them need their own account. 81,000 subs. I was watching you at 25,000 subs. Savvy, man. Thank you for watching for such a long time. We're going 100, man. We're going 100. You guys have no idea how hard it is to get subscribers every day when the market is bleeding and coming down. It is difficult, man. But we're going to go for 100. I know we will. Bro, get it now and right into a solid $1. Bro, that's all you need to make money. It's a hard... True though, man. True. I know Prague's going back to $1. Was it $1 3 days ago? I know Prague's going back to $1. ATER is green on the day. ATER might be the only green on the day. Let's see. Major watch list out here. Oh, BRQS. Slightly green on the day. Red compared to the open. ATER. What? Where's ATER? That's red on the day, man. You spoke too soon. We got red on the day. Might have been green a second ago. Red on the day. Literally nothing green on the day. What the heck is this? National Presto Lands. I don't want that in here. I don't know what that is. MMAT. Green on the day as well. It's in $1.15 right now. My goodness. Rev B. I don't know if you guys want Rev B on the watch list anymore. I don't know what Rev B is. Looks like a SPAC that nobody liked. This one. This is a wild stock here. This SPAC, people didn't like it, then they liked it, then they didn't like it. Now they might be liking it again. So, I don't know about this Yellowstone acquisition here. And then Snapchat. Man, I'll tell you, if Snapchat comes back down to $4, I'm going to buy Snapchat. Yeah, I'm going to buy Snapchat if it comes back down to $4 there. Let's see. Everything else. We got seed, agriculture, something. I don't know what's going on with that. Everything just bleeding red today, man. Bleeding red. Walgreens. I don't care about Walgreens either. You guys care about Walgreens? Not really. Buying opportunities galore. All right, cool. We are back in action. Red Day, we got it. Watch Netflix. Be like, Nelson, I did not even think about that. God. Nelson, stop that nonsense right now. Listen, Nelson's channel might be onto something, and there's actually no doubt in my mind that Netflix now might try to implement, like they got one of those Xbox Connect things. You're going to need a Netflix box, right? And then Netflix is going to be watching who's in the room. Netflix is going to be watching who's in the room. And if you've got more than one authorized user in the room, you will not be able to watch Netflix. Dude, that would be wild. Imagine if Netflix did watch, okay? If they changed their subscription service, and all of a sudden, you've got Netflix for $1, and it costs you like $3 a month. Netflix for $1. Maybe they leave it at $8. Netflix for $2. Ooh, now they're charging you an extra $1. You have friends over to watch some movie, okay? All of a sudden, now you got Netflix for $5. You're paying an extra $1 to watch Netflix that night. You're giving Netflix the bad ideas. It was green when I sent the message, Clay. I believe it, Frodo. I believe it. Anything can turn red on a moment's notice here. She popped in and saw the poll. Have I ever lost money in stocks, crypto? In order for me to answer, there needs to be an option for daily. In all seriousness, about 6% over the past 6 months. Yeah, Johnsontown. I honestly, I feel you, man. I feel you. We were doing that poll, man, because a lot of people on the internet, especially ones that are like, let me mentor you. I have 100% track record. I don't want to normalize losses in the sense that everybody should strive to lose money in stocks and crypto and stuff. But I want to normalize losses in a sense that you're not the only one that is down. Literally, unless you got in, right? Unless you bought these assets and never averaged up on them, but you're buying them some of them are at all-time lows. You're either buying them at 5 years ago prices. It's difficult for anybody to be making money in this market we're in right now unless you're playing it to the downside. So I want to normalize the fact that it's okay to experience a loss, because longer term, if you get that long-term approach, you will absolutely experience a gain. If AMC keeps falling closer to 11-12, I'm going to be able to open a second CSP and double my weekly roll profits. Frank, man. Look, I'm not trying to say I want to see AMC go lower. I don't want to see anything go lower. I'm trying to manifest a bounce here and watch things go green. But, dude, if you're playing to the downside, man, I hope you make as much money as possible. Hanging there, Johnsontown, absolutely. Netflix needs to stop paying $20 million to comedians for crappy specials. That could also be, I don't know what Netflix pays anybody. I really don't look at Netflix too much. I was just ripping on them because I think that they've got the wrong approach to things. And then, I don't even know who it was, man. Who just said that thing about facial recognition? Because that's a possibility, man. That's a possibility. You need to use one of those Xbox Connect things or whatever they got to watch the show. Dude, it's watching you watch the show. And then it knows how many people are in the room. People are going to have to start wearing camouflage. They're going to have to start wearing the same color shirt as their couch, or, I don't know, sitting under a blanket with 2 eye holes cut out. People are going to have to get creative if they want to watch Netflix, if they got this facial recognition stuff. Oh, by the way, if Netflix does what my Hulu does, IP address is set to a home location. It only works there. They may make that happen, and I will just be gone. I will just be gone forever. And I'm not sure. I'm sure I'm not alone. I hope they don't do that, right? I hope they don't do that. I don't see why they would do that. It's just I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that they can embrace this in a much different way and make people. There's a difference in making people like need their own account because there's so many different accounts. There's so many different streaming services available now. And if you're looking at Netflix for Netflix exclusive shows, okay, man. I mean, they're not that amazing. But man, if you make people want their own account, and you make people, not only are you going to get the people who are sharing passwords to potentially buy their own account at that point, you're going to get, brand new users and brand new subscribers as well. Crypto George says, when in doubt, zoom out. Yes, man. And I know we're still up, but here's the thing, that when in doubt, zoom out thing, some people might take it as like, okay, well, I know we're down right now, but I got in back in, September. And I'm still down from getting back in September. And it's still zooming out for even if I zoom out 3 years and see how high things are, I'm still down. That's true, but the long-term trend is to the upside, and the long-term trend is growth. And we have to focus on that long-term trend because there are many peaks and many valleys, and if we get out on this valley, we're not going to experience the next peak. Shoot, man, I would do a special for them, and I'd do it for like half the price. I can make the people laugh for an hour, no problem. Devil's advocate. Let's make it happen, dude. 10 million? I'd do it for 10 million too. I'd do it for 10 million too, devil's advocate. Somebody get us in contact with Netflix. We'll Trojan horse them with that idea for facial recognition to watch their shows, and then we'll get our own show that people can watch on there. Let's finish with the viewers. Hit the like button. What? Guys, hit the like button. What are you doing, man? Let YouTube know that you're having a good time in here. I'm going to take this poll off. 84% saying that they... 80... Look, guys, what, 16% of you? 15%? I don't know where the other 1% went. 15% of you guys have never lost any money in stocks or crypto. That is. I mean, it could be possible if you guys aren't invested right now, but... I'd like to take a peek at your valley. Know what I'm saying? They're going to hire you. They're definitely going to give you your special, man. Definitely going to give you your special. Shiba Inu coin currently sitting at 1570 right now, guys. Down 15% on the day. Very difficult there. AMC top left sitting at 545% lower. 1302 for AMC. GameStop sitting at $101.90 right now. Netflix, oh my gosh, we're talking about it, and there it is. $177.69, down 1.81%. The NASDAQ was trying to have a good afternoon, seeming to want to curl back over now. Sitting at 11,765, down 3.12% on the day. Prague down about 13%. Farmy sitting at 901 right now. 9 cents on Farmy. Guys, the book value is 28 cents. I mean, you're looking to triple your money. We've got AMC down, Ethereum, Shiba, and Bitcoin sitting at 6, 15, and 6% lower. Man, Bitcoin sitting at 31.9. 31.9. This red line right here, guys, that is a marker, man. And sitting at 31.890, 31.9 right now. Yeah. If we break through that red line, guys. I mean, I know I've shown this so many times on here, but if we break through that red line, there's very little support in this $17,000 to $20,000 range. We may be seeing Bitcoin at 10 grand again, 5 grand even. And if we do, I mean, I'm not trying to scare you in any way or be some sort of a FUD spreader or anything like that, but Shiba Inu coin will fall. Ethereum will fall. We are going to see prices where you're thinking, well, man, shoot, I missed out on my opportunity to load up on Shiba or Ethereum or Bitcoin last time. This is the time to do it. And even if you're like, I got $100, all I can put in is $100. dude, that $100 could turn into $1,000. So, we got to keep an eye on that. I'm not rooting for it to fall through 30. I'm saying if it does, you could see some drastic declines in crypto along the way. Sundial sitting at 7% lower. Mullen 8% lower. CEI 10% lower today, sitting at 69 cents. SPY down 2.5%. BBIG down 9.5%. Highcroft down 7.5%. And Netflix down 2% right now. Losses, losses, losses. We need to see the gains. Losses, losses, losses. They create so much pains. Let's see. Zachary says never sold. Well, man, if you never sold, you're still experiencing a loss right now. You just never close out your loss. I hit the bloody hit the bloody button. Nice, Mark. Hit the bloody button. My man Clay, what's your thoughts in 8? Time to buy. J Sierra. I don't know if now is the time to buy any crypto. Watch Bitcoin at that $30,000 level and then make the determination. I honestly think if it falls through, people are going to have life-changing discounts on crypto. And, I mean, you could be loading up on Ethereum at $100 if Bitcoin falls through that 30,000. Aside from that, I do like ApeCoin. I like ApeCoin a lot. If NFTs stick around, Yuga Labs is most likely going to be the dominating player. If that's the case and ApeCoin is used, you are absolutely going to see massive gains in ApeCoin surrounding the next NFT release. So I am optimistic and I am bullish on ApeCoin longer term, at least during those NFT plays. Shorter term, I'm watching Bitcoin, man. Shut up, what's up? Hey, if Bitcoin goes to 10,000, more can get in. Mark, exactly, man. Butch Boy, you better not be throwing shade at my generation acting like we chose to be giving consolation prizes, not consolidation prizes. Consolidation, that's interesting. And made the executive decision ourselves at age 2. Didn't you? Click, we really need this to squeeze so the common sense investor can buy himself some teeth. Crypto Rocketeer. Agreed, man. Agreed. I agree with that. Jeremy says, buy Bone Shiba Swap. It will makes up your losses. Look, yeah, Jeremy. So I do think that Bone is going to be doing pretty well once Shibarium comes out. Personally, I have my opinion. I would have liked Shiba Inu coin to be used and all that stuff. I don't know if it's possible to use it, but I do think with Shibarium being the layer 2 blockchain for Bone, that Bone is going to have some very nice gains when people utilize Shiba Swap. So, bullish on Bone in the sense that Shibarium. Bullish on Bone in the sense that Shibarium is potentially going to bring a ton of demand for Bone. Moji! I thought this was Get Gup, man. But it's Get Good! Get Good! Get Good! Get Good! Hey, Moji, man. Get Good! I have no idea what that's from, but apparently there are memes or GIFs out there that you can use that are Get Good! Somebody explain that to me, because I have no idea what that is. I've been buying Shiba since September. I'm up to 380 million, not selling at all, and buying every opportunity I get. Brutal Enigma, man. Very nice. Question, I have personally noticed the housing market is slowing down. I'm actively looking at homes and friends with agents. Does this have any direct or indirect relation to stocks? Indirect relation to stocks, yes. This has a lot to do with the interest rates, okay? And so that's why I say indirect relationship. Not necessarily an indirect in the sense that, stocks go down and houses go up or, whatever. It's just not a direct correlation to the fact that stocks are causing the slowdown. I would imagine that it is a major focus on the interest rates right now. Because, and I don't know your situation, right? But if you were to go out and buy a house last year, your interest rate, all-time lows, and even no consideration of rising interest rates on the forefront. Everybody was happy. Right now, you're looking at interest rates increasing, and interest rates increasing at an unknown pace to an unknown level. So if we all of a sudden get to interest rates that are like, where mortgages, you're paying 8, 9, 10% on your mortgage, and you go buy a $300,000 house, dude, people are going to be on the hook for $30,000 a year in interest. And at that point, something has to happen. At that point, nobody's buying houses because they know that they can't afford the interest rate, or house prices have to come down because nobody can afford the interest rate. I mean, if you're buying a $300,000 house and you're paying $30,000 a year in interest alone, that house might have to sell for $150,000 because people can only afford the $15,000 a year in interest alone. So I would imagine the slowdown that we're starting to see is because of that. Now, I will say, I do think that the housing market is going to get pretty interesting once interest rates do start rising like this, and then all of these eviction and rent and foreclosure moratoriums come to an end, and we see what the banks are doing in that case. Because if people have not been paying their mortgages for the last 2 years, very unlikely that they're going to be able to afford to pay 2 years worth of mortgages in one fell swoop. And if banks are lenient, okay, and maybe they can make up payment plans. Maybe they can do something along those lines. If banks are like, look, dude, you showed no intention of paying your mortgage over the last 2 years, you're out, and they start the foreclosure process, we may see a housing market collapse very similar, if not worse, than what we saw in 2007, 2008. Mr. Nice Guy with the Get Good. Oh, yes. I chose that because Clay struggles with it. Moji, I don't struggle with anything, man. I got that Get Good. Okay, so Crypto Rocketeer. Yes. The thing I was thinking about that, though, too, because, the housing market's funny because you need a place to live, right? So your choices, if you own a house right now and you want to get a different house, your choices are sell your current house at an inflated price and buy a new house at a potentially inflated price. There's not much of a gain there. Yes, you made money on the house you sold, but yes, you're spending more money on the house you're buying. The alternative is if you think you're going to be timing it, if you think we're near a peak, you sell your house now and you make that inflated price. You pay some inflated rent for, who knows how long. Maybe you give yourself a year of inflated rent. And if you expect house prices to collapse within the next year, you made a great decision. If not, you kind of just wasted that rent. You're paying the rent instead of being able to pay on a mortgage and so on for a year's period. If you wait a year or two and housing does collapse, then your house is most likely going to lose value, and you're going to be buying houses that are most likely at a discount. So it's not necessarily a wash, but I do believe that, you might be in I don't know. It's not necessarily an even wash. Some opportunities might be better than others, but it is tough to make that determination on when to sell and when to buy. Rate hikes indirectly affect the interest rate. Mine more than doubled. Oh, man, I know I missed something. Mine more than doubled. Oh, man. Where did it go, man? That's what I have now, 1% over 5%. What I'm asking is, does the simple fact of houses selling lower affect stocks? So not necessarily, okay? I do think that it could drastically affect the REIT, the real estate investment trust, and the real estate sectors, but I don't think that it necessarily has that direct correlation to stocks. It could in a couple senses. If people are sitting on a lot of equity in their homes and they're leveraging that equity. So let's say I got I don't know, $100,000 equity in my house. I can take out an equity line, 3-4%, and then I can invest that in the stock market. If I were doing that, that's more money flowing into the stock market, and that would have a direct correlation on stocks. Clearly, if house prices were falling and I was unable to take advantage of any equity, then of course, I'm not leveraging it in any way, and I'm not investing in the stock market. So yes, it could, but I don't know what percentage of people are leveraging their houses in that way. And guys, Shiba Inu coin, I'm watching it here on the left. Shiba Inu coin sitting down 18.5% right now. Shiba Inu coin sitting at 14.92, dipping as low as 14.57. Looks like it was down over 20% a minute ago, starting to bounce back. Bitcoin, not falling off as steep, but Bitcoin sitting down here at 31,700. Ethereum sitting at 23.30 right now. Steep declines in the overall crypto market, and we could be setting ourselves up to test these major levels of support. Guys, if Bitcoin's looking at 30,000, I would imagine Shiba Inu coin might be looking at 1,000. You know, if it falls through this, I would hate to see just a catastrophic decline from 20 to 30 to 20 or something. But we got to keep our eyes on this over here. Bitcoin or Shiba Inu coin is bouncing back at the moment, sitting at 15.18 all the way from 14.57. But man, some steep losses in crypto at the moment, and that was catching my attention right there. Look at this, 200,000 shares in this minute, and it didn't even move. The price didn't even move. Very interesting to see what's going on here with crypto. I don't want to see all these. I don't want to see all these things dip. You guys hear this week, Kalani, man. If Bitcoin falls through that 30, I'm gonna say yeah, dude. I'm gonna say yeah. Bitcoin right now, Kalani, yes, man. Bitcoin is sitting at 31.8 right now. Loss after loss after loss after loss after loss. And that $30,000 mark, man. I wasn't thinking that we would be testing 30,000 today, knowing we opened up here at like this $34,000 level, but it does not look impossible for Bitcoin to be testing $30,000 today. If it does, man, dude, it's going to be an interesting decline. I mean, we can sit here and watch Bitcoin too. Why not? Why not? Sorry, I'm new to crypto. Sam Demand. It's all right, dude. It's all right if you're new to crypto. If I missed your question, very sorry though. But like just saying you're new to crypto, that is, there's nothing wrong with being new to crypto, man. But if you did have a question, please feel free to get it out there. Goodbye, everybody. Reeling. We got another 3 minutes, man. We're good. Clint, what's your exit based up 30? Kalani. So that $30,000 mark, I'm looking at that. Now, I have no problem, man. I honestly, I have no problem liquidating the crypto assets that I have. I will most likely keep the Zcash that I've got, though. I will most likely keep the Zcash that I've got because I've been holding that since 2017. And at this point, I literally am numb to the Zcash holdings. Like, not at all concerned about those. There is a difference, man. There is a numbness that I honestly do not care about the price of Zcash at all. I'm holding those. Nobody knows I have them. I mind them. You know, nobody knows anything about that wallet, so it's all good there. But Bitcoin at 30,000, man, I do think that with the next level of support being at like 20, and below that next major level of support being at 10, we could see a drastic decline. A drastic decline in crypto, right? Which is why I'm sitting on a loss right now on Shiba. I'm at like 23. I don't necessarily have a problem selling that and getting back in if it comes back down, but people are going to be affected by Bitcoin selling off, and it's going to affect the entire crypto market. So you do have to make that decision. Do you sell, or do you just become numb to it? Because I'm going to tell you right now, one of the best ways to become numb to it, guys, I rode Zcash 2017 all the way to now. It's been 5 years, right? And I've watched Zcash go from like the $700 range to $12, back up to $300, okay? And you honestly, if you are willing to hold through something like that, you do become numb to it. And so that's the decision I made on that one. You can absolutely make that same decision, right? And add when you can add and all of that good stuff. And it will teach you a lesson. It will teach you a lesson in becoming numb, right? And willing to hold. If you don't want to hold through something like that, because it doesn't necessarily make sense, right? To me, it kind of does, because I'm holding in a wallet that I've mined with, and literally nobody knows anything about that wallet. And claiming gains and things like that, and there's that aspect of it too. But from a trading perspective or an investment perspective, if you honestly believe that it's going to go down, it makes more sense to take your loss or take your whatever profit you've got and then get back in at a later date. And I believe 30,000 on Bitcoin is that number that we've got to watch. I believe that Bitcoin may have lost a little bit of attention in mainstream media and on news outlets and things like that because of Shiba Inu coin and because of all these runners and stuff. But I think a lot of people are going to be talking crypto collapse if Bitcoin falls through that 30,000 and starts to decline pretty quickly. And if that's the case, you're going to have a lot of scared investors, man. You're going to have a lot of scared investors who don't really do anything with their Coinbase accounts, and they're going to be going out and selling. So do you hold it, or do you just try to get back in at a lower price? You sell it that's the decision that I cannot make for you. For me, I will most likely sell, a lot of these cryptos, except for Zcash, right? But it is 30,000, man. That's the level I've been watching right now for a long time. Let's see. It seems possible to reach even $1 due to the market cap on Shiba, right? Impossible to reach it. I think it's impossible to reach $1 with the current outstanding supply on Shiba. That's $500 trillion, man. That's like, that's more than you could buy. You could buy the entire world with $500 trillion. But let's put it this way, okay? Let's just imagine that Bitcoin does fall through and that Shiba Inu coin goes down to like 100 points per coin. If we're in like some sort of a terrible crypto storm. Dude, if that's the case, all of a sudden you're burning 1 billion tokens for, I don't know, $100, right? People could drastically reduce the supply of Shiba Inu coin to that point and easily get that supply down. I'm numb. I'm self-taught over the past couple of years, and the lesson cost me over 20,000. Numb to the Jonathan, and that's the thing too. People look at that as a lesson, and you're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely if you plan on holding, great, man. If you plan on trading, great, dude, trade. That's you, and you know what you are capable of. The thing that you need to make sure of, whether you're trading or whether you're holding, is that you're here tomorrow, and that you're here the next day, and that you're here next year, and that you're here next decade, and you're able to watch your assets grow over the long term. No two people have, I'm sure two people do have very, very similar strategies, but no two people are going to have the same reaction, same emotions, even the same strategies. So, you know what's best for you, man. We're going over time. I didn't even know what time it was, man. We're sitting here watching. I thought Bitcoin was going to start dropping off. Because it's possible that the crypto sell-off is because of the expected margin calls. That's what I'm reading here. Crypto Rocketeer. So, yes, it is possible, okay? But I also think that a lot of the people want that to be the case, man. I think a lot of people want that to be the case. I do not know how much crypto holdings big banks have. I honestly think the major crypto holders are big exchanges, like Binance and Coinbase and Crypto.com and major exchanges across the globe. I think they're the major players in these games, and then of course some individual whales as well. I do not know how much big banks and big institutions hold in crypto. If they do hold a lot, then that theory is possible. If they don't, I think it's a different breed of investors, man. It's past 1. Am I too late? Chris, you're not too late, man, but we are taking off. Thank you very much for the super chat. Guys, look, I don't know if you guys, there's more people than normal in here right now. We will be returning in a couple of hours. I want to give everybody the opportunity to go eat some lunch, go have some fun, go enjoy the sunshine, go enjoy your break, whatever you guys got going on, go get some work done if you need to get some work done. Solana's at 67. I'm telling you guys, man, I'm telling you. Things are setting up. If you've got that long-term mentality, things are really setting up in Bitcoin. Oh my God. I'm sitting here wanting to watch this. I'm kind of like, there's a part of me that doesn't want to sign off just yet because I'm wanting to watch this 30,000 test. But let's start to get some shout outs going on, guys. And keep your eyes on that $30,000 level, okay? Oh, man, it's getting like the purple after purple after purple, though. It's really getting me thinking that okay, maybe we got a green. Maybe I can go eat some lunch and you guys can get some work done. And we can enjoy the afternoon session here. It's definitely getting interesting, though. That guy, my financial friend, is going to be homeless. Eddie, I don't know. I know who he is, but I don't know what he's got. Is he heavy in Bitcoin? Is he on margin? What's the deal with that? All right, guys, let's get these shout-outs going on. What time I come back? 3:50, Savvy. I plan on coming back at 3:50, man. We'll watch what's going on in the market there. But just give everybody time to go check out some other streams, get a different perspective on somebody else, and see what they're talking about. And I'm watching this purple line, though, dude. I don't want to go if it's starting to test 30 because I really want to watch if it tests 30. And these purple lines are big, man. We're at 31.2. We're at 31.2 right now. 31.8, 31.1, 31.150. Oh, dropping. 31 flat. All right, let's just see what this turns into. 31 flat right now. Cuz this is looking pretty interesting here. All right, maybe bouncing off 31. Maybe bouncing off 31 flat. Okay, maybe 31 will hold up. We got a little bounce. Maybe not. It's turning purple again. Oh, man. Yeah. Maybe that's what I'm saying. Mr. Nice Guy, dude. If it breaks through 30, gosh, dude, I would go make a quesadilla or something or eat some stupid lunch. Come back and it's sitting at 11,000 and I won't even know what's going on right now. Look, people are already leaving because they thought I was leaving too and I haven't left yet. I have 1382 shares. Average is 1980. I'm down, but hopefully next month. Yeah, Hazrat Omar. The overall market right now, that's what we're feeling. And it's not just in AMC that we're seeing losses. Those about to hit 9. Oh my gosh. I don't know what Doge is at right now, though, man. I don't know what Doge is at. I don't have it on this main screen here. Do I have Doge over here? Yeah, Doge sitting at 10.8. Ethereum Classics, 23 cents. Oh, man. Polygon, 80 cents, down 16% right now. Man. All right, we may be bouncing. We may be holding ground on this 31. If we hold it up for a couple more minutes, I think it might be okay to take a break and eat some lunch. Lost $400 Yeah, Brandon. Look, dude, that's the thing, though, man. That is rough, right? I don't know what size of the overall portfolio that is, but I'm telling you, man, percentage-wise, we're all losing with you right now. Percentage-wise, we're all losing with you. There might be guys losing 4,000. There might be guys losing 40. There might be guys losing 40,000. Right? There might be guys losing 400,000. Everybody's losing today. Market is down. Literally I mean, you can look at this left side of the screen there. Everything is red, and we're losing with you, man. We're losing with you. What I want to see one day, man, is that $400 loss. I want to see you making $4,000 losses because that means you're sitting on a portfolio that is 10 times the size of what you currently got, man. Not that I want to see you lose $4,000, right? But I'm saying you have to be able to grow and you have to be able to stomach those swings because I want to see your portfolio grow. And inevitably, when your portfolio grows, you're going to be swinging bigger as the portfolio grows, man. Don't want to leave the live. Tesla. Is Tesla down now too, man? Is Tesla down now too? Let's see. Tesla sitting at $800. Tesla breaking through this little level of support here and coming down into this range, man. Looking like it. Difficult times out there. All right, guys, we do have 3 green candles in a row right now. We may be seeing some sustainability at this $31,000 level. So, even gold and silver. My gosh, I haven't looked at gold and silver in a while, but Frodo, the fact that gold and silver are down too is they got to be fearful, man. They got to be fearful. To have like these hedges down as well. Down too, but hold until they cover, not leaving. DD214, absolutely, man. And Aventuras Pescando, man, you and QF and everybody else that's in here, like I see it. Is this pre-recorded? No, Sam, it's not pre-recorded. I see it, man. Me too, right? Me too. Down over 6, D1, man. I'm feeling it the same way you are. And everybody can see everybody else has got these losses as well, right? Whether yours, and that's not to say you're supposed to feel one way because yours is 100 and you're supposed to feel another way because yours is 10,000 and so on. Everybody's sitting on different portfolios, different levels, but everybody's going through the same pullback right now, man. Everybody's facing the same time. So, even oil is down. Work that one out. Crypto Rocketeer, everything's down, man. I can't work it out. Cash is going to be king here in a little while, and if you are sitting on any of it, you will be able to buy major opportunities to guarantee your future. But guys, with Bitcoin, with Bitcoin holding up there right now, we're going to call it for the afternoon. We will be back, okay? We'll be back in that 3 o'clock hour. Oh, yeah, Julia, exactly. That's everybody's question. So, gosh, it's turning back. I don't know why it's got to do this. Right when I say I'm about to sign off. Fears running wild in all markets. Could be another 2008 type event. Perfect environment for MOAS, Volkswagen, Squoze, after the markets. Yeah, so look, dude. Clipper, you selling crypto if Bitcoin drops below 30. JJ, we were just talking about that, man. I may be getting rid of... I may be either starting to shave or getting rid of crypto, except for those coins that I've mined, right? The coins that I've mined, they're not on any centralized exchange or anything. Nobody knows that I have those. I don't want to worry about gains and things like that. So, other than that, that's why I'm watching 30,000 so closely, man. Just a break of 30 doesn't mean it's a guaranteed mark, man. But if we start to see that 30 hit and some major plays take place, then that is a definite possibility. But, guys, all right, you want to see 10 cent XRP? Ripple might be heading that direction, man. Jonathan, I don't know what it's at right now, but this time, let's take off this time, guys. Let's enjoy our lunch. Let's enjoy our break. Go watch somebody else. Go hang out with them for a while. Go get your work done, whatever you got to get done. Get some names in the chat. We'll do some shout-outs, and then we will be back a little bit later. Eric, I don't have any options right now, but I have traded options, yes. Or I do trade options, but I don't have any right now. QF, man. Shout out to you, Kalani, Eric, Frodo, JJ, John J, D1, Pika Power. Hang in there as well. QF, Jeremy, Mark, Hyde Vape. See you later, John J, Julia, Gulia, Jonathan Lawson, John J, DD214. I can't eat till he stops streaming. It's true. I can't eat till I stop streaming either. DD214, man. We're going to take off, get some lunch, guys, and enjoy it. Julia, Gulia, Savvy, Sam Demand. Clipper, do you think I should have not bought 1 million Shiba over the week? Well, Sam Demand, man, I think longer term you're going to be okay, but shorter term, clearly anybody who said that over the weekend, it would have been fine. Hindsight is 2020. Johnstontown, see you later. Mark, Axelrod, see ya. Meta Pockets, Julia Gulia, Wayne. What's up, man? Zachary, I'm throwing up with you, dude. Pika Power, bye to you. Devil's Advocate, if you're still listening, man. Everybody else that's still out there, thank you for hanging out with us on such a red day. We will bounce back during the break, man. Smash the sad button. Smash the sad button. Pretend that like button is a sad button. And guys, you only need 5 more likes before we get to 100. So I'd appreciate if 5 people click the like button. Get us that triple digit like button there. Appreciate all of you guys for being in here. Clicking that like button on the way out. And if you want to say it with me, say it with me. Till the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.